Evening all, how are we doing? Can you hear me? I got you? Forgive me, I'm a couple of minutes late. Been frantically running around trying to get everything sorted. Have you got me? Can you hear me alright? Let me just pull my chair up a minute, sorry. How's it going? Happy bank holiday to everyone who's over in the UK at least. I know we've got a public holiday today, haven't we? A bank holiday. Hope you've all had a good one. Who have we got in tonight? Welsh, hello mate. Hope you're good. Bonus bank holiday live. Yeah, I figured I'd do one for this evening. Mr. Nippy, hello mate. Hugh Jones. Carl Heinz, hello mate. Hope you're well. Dutch, there he is. He's late. Yes, I am late. Mean Robots, hello mate. Hope you're good. J-Star, Ben Smalden. How are we all? Appreciate you joining me on your Monday evening. Hope all's good. So yeah, here we are. Judith Plains. Now, I've got to give a massive shout out to DJ Modding first of all. I've been frantically rushing around these last few minutes because DJ has sent me in the last couple of hours the very latest copy of the very latest version of Judith Plains, and because I'd set a load of stuff up in over the last couple of days, I had to kind of transfer everything over. You can do it on PC, transferring save files from a new, because I had to start a new save game on here to obviously to take advantage of all the things that from the updated version of the map. And it just took a bit of faffing around, so here we are anyway, got everything sorted. Eamon Tullen, evening mate. Big Mac, hope you're well. Randy Turner, what's up mate? Yeah, I'm all good, thank you mate. Appreciate you joining us on your Monday evening, hope all's good. So who else is excited for this one, for its release? It's absolutely brilliant. I hope, did any of you catch me map tour the other day for it? Because I've got to say, I'm kind of humbled to be allowed to be given the opportunity to look at this map, early access, but I've been waiting for a beautiful 4X like this for such a long time. I've been a massive fan of DJ Modding since way back into FARMERSIM 22. I put hundreds and hundreds of hours into Green Valley, Nebraska. That was a proper special map for me, that. So, yeah, he's brought another beauty back to FARMERSIM 25. Mike Fritz, it's Monday noon here. Hello, mate. Hope you're good. Hope all is well. So yeah, as the title of the video says, go big or go home. Well, this is just a perfect opportunity for me to get some massive equipment going on. So we've not got a huge amount of well, farm, I suppose. I've started again on this red farm. Hey up, Rion. Hope you're well, mate. How you doing? Welsh's little apprentice. Farmer Mike, hello, mate. I'm lucky to have this on your PC. Wish that, mate. Honestly. I do feel extremely lucky to have this on my PC at the minute, mate. I've been playing around on it most of this weekend, actually, setting this place up, doing a little bit of an auto drive. Not that I'm going to be able to make a huge amount of use out of it, but it's just my procedure, I suppose. I do like setting up an auto drive course just to, you know, plan for the future and all that. So I've just been in and setting up an auto drive course, just driving around, wiring in a network, so to speak, as I describe it. It just gives you the opportunity to properly explore the map and have a good look around and take things in. And it's honestly, those of you who are on PC, because this is obviously, with it being a 4X, it's a PC only map. DJ Modding has said that he does plan on hopefully having this released before the Plains and Prairies DLC comes, which isn't too far away, I don't think, is it? So this is hopefully going to land before then. You'll be able to get it from DJ's itch.io page. But yeah, it's an absolute beauty. I do own all the animal pens on the map at the minute. That's just come as a result of me taking on this new version of the map when I downloaded it off DJ and put it all and set everything up on here. I seem to own every single animal pen on the map. On this farm, I did have some cows and some pigs and some chickens, but as you'll notice, because I was 2 or 3 minutes late, I haven't been able to throw them back into the farm yet. But I wasn't going to be doing anything with the animals anyway. They were just going to be there for decoration. The Sim guy, hello mate. Hope you're well. Still working on my voice control. How are you getting on with that, Mike? That was an interesting thing. Voice control for your live stream. Yeah. Yeah, I've never dove into that things that got that deep. If I'm honest, I can highly recommend a Stream Deck if you haven't got one, because they're perfect. That's what like the transitions at the beginning of a live stream, like when you see me go from the thumbnail to the cinematic intro and then flicking over to the gameplay and me on the camera, that's all done through the Stream Deck. You just press a button. You can do it on your keyboard. You can have keyboard shortcuts, but that's Stream Deck controlling OBS, so it's pretty handy. But yeah, so what we're going to do today? Well, I just wanted to play a bit of the map. I have actually created a very big field. Let me just jump into light mode very quickly, and I'll show you what it's. I've joined two fields together. It's not massive, but I mean it is pretty big. Let's be honest. It's a good few acres. Let's be honest. And I must admit as well, I'm a bit disappointed because one of the things I was planning on doing, just as a bit of something cool to have, was this thing was just going to be coming to make a delivery. So I'm just going to set him off on his way. He's right on the other side of the map, and because I ended up frantically like getting things sorted at the end, and because one of the things that happened was DJ sent me the new copy of the map, and his new train wasn't working on the map because he's got a model, the train model from BC Bueller. It's a really nice thing, but it wasn't working in my game, so I was frantically changing things around and getting that to work. And then because I'd literally just got the new train, I had to re-record 2 of the snips for the intro cinematic and then re-render that, and then load of nonsense. But yeah, that's what took me the time. So I was literally, normally when it comes to a live stream, I like to have myself ready, and I'm kind of, 10 minutes beforehand, I'm just, chilling out, just getting ready for it. But this, it was like, 1 minute to 8 o'clock, and I'm still kind of like, oh. Anyway, never mind. You have 2 Elgato Stream Decks, Mike. You're a big fan. Okay, mate, no worries. You're a big fan of DJ's maps because he incorporates real brand stores. Well, yeah, you're right there, Mike. This is it's got plenty of them. I know there's a McDonald's over on the south side of the map in the southern town. There's a Tim Hortons. There's an Applebee's. There's a few more things as well. There's a John Deere dealership, of course. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Sim Guy. I'm all good, thank you, mate. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us on your Monday evening. So yeah, it's just mega. That's what it is. This map, essentially. So the plan I had in mind for to this evening's live stream was quite simply to we're going to drill this field with canola because we're in August. We can drill canola. Where's that plane? You can hear it. There you go. How cool is that as well? Just having this aeroplane buzzing over you every now and again. It's way cool. Just little additions like that. I say little addition, goodness knows how much time it took to incorporate that into the map. But things like that are just proper cool in my book, if you ask me. So, yeah. But yeah, the plan is we're going to drill this with some canola. It might take a little while, but we do have a fairly sizable seeder for that. As you can see, we've got Hispano's Borgolt kit, the big air cart here, and the drill. So, and for the first time ever in my time with Farming Simulator, I'm going to be running a big bud, just because. I don't know. I don't know what drove me to go for this one, but I figured, you know what, if we're going to go big, we're going to go proper. So I've picked myself up this whopper of a big bud 747. How cool is that? So yeah, I've got a little bit of kit on the farm, but not much. It's like, as I say, I've just been setting things up. I've got the big cultivator there behind the big bud that I used over the weekend to create this big field. We've got a harvester, we've got the drill, we've got the air cart, we've got a tractor and trailer, and I've got a custom Moddings John Deere 4940 sprayer and spreader system on the farm as well. And we've got the truck that's on the way as well, running its way over here to give us a delivery. There's the train. Oh, we just missed, in fact, can we, there you go. If I jump in, you'll see the new engines and the locomotives from BC Bueller. How cool's that? Proper decent big train. So there we go. Imagine that at Lammer. Yeah, I pretty much don't think they'd get them in at Lammer, mate, let's be honest. Well, they'd give it a good try, to be fair. They did get some pretty big kit down there, didn't they? But yeah, so, as I say, we're gonna drill, first of all. We're going to get that massive field drilled, and then, assuming that we will have enough time afterwards as well, we're going to run a quick harvest, because we do have a couple of fields that are ready to harvest. We own all this down here. This isn't populated with anything. This is just part of the red farm. We've got you've got a big cow barn down here that has a nice custom pasture on the hill here. This would have been populated with animals had I not been faffing around. But yeah, and a couple of nice workshops as well down here as well. But yeah, we'll be harvesting this field of barley once we've drilled the big field here. So that's pretty much what I've got in mind. Nothing too dramatic, but big jobs nonetheless. Andreas, hello mate, hope you're well. How's it going? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you joining us on your Monday evening, or your Monday. How's things, man? So yeah, like I say, for the first time ever, I'm going to get into a bit of a big bud. It is an absolute beast, I'll be honest. DJ Modding in the house, here he is. Hello mate, hope you're good. The creator himself. So yeah, I've been just tuned in. Good to see you, mate. Appreciate you joining us. I'm yeah, just finished faffing around. It was literally like proper last minute thing, getting all this set up again, buying all the equipment again, because I couldn't copy across my placeables in my vehicle XML, could I? So but yeah, it's all good. Managed to get just about set up. Yes, hit that like button. Thank you, Dutch. Well said, mate. Well said. Right, let me just jump into the map and figure out where me... here's my delivery driver now. That's decent. So we've not got long to wait for him to arrive. Any reshading use on this one? Yes, I have got reshading use just to bring, as you can see there, colourfulness, clarity. That radiant one doesn't actually do anything, just a couple of clarity ones. I just tend to have that running all the time, really, if I'm honest. That's pretty much it. Hey up, Cher, how you doing, love? You okay? The hair is growing. Yes, it always does. Yeah, the save game's working perfectly now, DJ. Thank you, mate. I've not had the opportunity to populate the farm with the animals that were on here before, but I wasn't really going to be focusing too much on the animals in this live stream anyway. They were just going to be there for the sake of being there. So I kind of figured I'd just leave them empty for now, because I was 2 or 3 minutes late to the live stream just because of my faffing around and all that. So I kind of figured it's going to be... Oh, it's not too bad actually. View out the back here. There we go. Right, let's get this one folded up. And what I think I might do, because I don't want to embarrass myself, trying to reverse a massive articulated convoy. The idea was I'm going to be jumping in. I've got a good old Fent over here to help me manoeuvre the bits of kit around. It is a nice tractor, that big bud. It really is. As is this one, though. Let's just drop that trailer off there for now. Yeah, I don't fancy the idea of trying to reverse the big bud with a... it's got a front turn axle on the seed drill itself, and the air cart has an axle as well. So that's just going to turn into an absolute nightmare. So the idea was I'm going to use the Fent to help me load up with seed. I've got this truck delivery here ready with a whole load of seed and fertilizer. So let's get you turned on. We'll pull the pipe out first and foremost. The shed seems smaller with those big machines. Yeah, they really do. They really do. Right, so pipe out seeds. Aritra Adakari 7000, love your videos, man. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. That's very kind. Glad you're enjoying the content. Reversing articulated 4-wheel drive tractors is easy. No, it's not. No, it's not. Absolutely isn't. It's never easy. It's I do appreciate that it does work quite well when it's all about doing it slowly. I know that much. So right, where are we? Open cover. Yeah. So I want to pull that out. I need to try and line this up as best as possible underneath. And I've not done this very well, have I? Need to get this lined up under the auger here. I'm making a complete hash of it. But yeah, it's all about doing it like proper slow. But then as soon as you get yourself into a bit of a position like that, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? I told myself before, make sure you take a nice wide line in a circle there if I'm coming round to where the truck is loading up from. We got that there. Come on, push that under there. It's not quite lined up, is it? I knew this would go wrong live on camera. What a fabulous map. Can't wait to give it a go. Not too long, hopefully, mate. Oh, not too long. Say thanks for the FARMERSIM guy for helping me learn. Yeah, CORSAIR's an absolute gem, mate. It really is. Once you get your head around that. I'm not going to be doing CORSAIR today, though. Although I do use it all the time. This is just turning into an absolute mare, isn't it, this? Goodness me. Right. It might be just easier for me just to reverse the truck up to it, let's be honest. Going to be much easier than doing that. There is really hard work controlling those loose axles on the front of those big things. It really is. Right. It'll be easier, I think, to line that up. No pressure. I know. No pressure whatsoever. It's just getting the line right, isn't it? At the end of the day. Right, pipe out. Come on. Where are you now, you? It worked first time for me before when I put this into practice. Why are you not loading up? It just makes sure, because it does. Open next cover. Just see if that one changes, because only one of them can take seeds and only one of them can take fertilizer. That's bang on that though. Augers are cool for realism, but man, they are a pain. You're not wrong there. Look at this. What a nightmare. Come on. It worked fine for me before. Absolutely perfectly. I'm going to end up quitting in a minute and just... Why aren't you working? There, oh, A up. There we are. It's doing something. Finally. Progress. It's only taken about 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Goodness me. Right. Next one. So you've got it. No, I don't want solid fertilizer. I want seeds again. No. There we go. Now I know that I'm in the right position. That should. There we go. Excellent. Right. That's the seeds. I think. What are we in for seed now in the air cart? 1 inch short. Hey up, Chad. How you doing, mate? What did you didn't miss anything, mate. You didn't miss anything whatsoever. You didn't miss me failing hard at trying to maneuver a massive air cart into position to load up under an auger. Stop faffing. Yeah. I'm trying not to faff. Right, so where are we now? I want solid fertilizer. Come on. Work. Because the auger did have to move a tiny bit there. Come on. Don't do this to me now that I'm live on camera. New England fan, good afternoon from the States. Just wanted to say your videos are fun to watch, and I saw the map tour you did for this map from DJ Moddings. Can't wait for the release. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed the tour. It's, yeah, this is a really exciting one to look forward to, I've got to say. I don't say what I say, I speak my mind for it. No, not at all, mate. Don't be daft. You're all right. No, you've not said anything wrong whatsoever. At the end of the day, there we are. Get there in the end. Now I'm in the right position. It's a proper narrow trigger there to get on that one, but I finally got it. There we go. And I reckon if I empty most of that there, and the last one, should be the last one there. There we go. And I reckon we should. Don't let Chimera see that. Well, it wouldn't be so bad if it was automation, but it's not. This is me. The only automation here was me. Was the truck coming along to the farm. Everything else was. But yeah, she. I'll just get. I'll get the whole skill issue, wouldn't I? There. Red farm. Finally, Sim guy. Yes, indeed, mate. Indeed. Finally got there. Well, say that. I've just got to connect this up to the big bud first, haven't I? So that's that one done. What we got? We got 14,600 litres of seeds and just under 16,000 litres of solid fertiliser. We should have enough, I hope. Right. So the idea is I'm going to bring this to about there. I reckon. Let's come in a bit. Disconnect that from there. And the idea is skill issue. Yeah, thanks, Dutch. Skill issue indeed. Got there. Well, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. It's always the way, though, isn't it? You try and do one of these. Well, it always happens with me when I'm recording my videos, though. To be honest, when it's like reversing into a shed or something, when you're not recording, you'll do it really, really well, and then as soon as you're recording, you can't do it to save your life. And here I am now, about to do exactly the same thing with an articulated tractor with a massive seed drill. I'm trying to keep it even remotely nearby. It's not going to work, is it? It's a case of doing it about 10 times just to straighten up. And then but then the trick is trying to keep it straight with an articulated tractor. Good Lord. With you on that one, mate, yeah. But the trick is as well, it's always about, and I've said this before in a few videos, you move too fast in Farming Simulator. The vehicles do. When it comes to reverse... Oh, there we are. Got it. Finally. Good Lord. We made it, ladies and gentlemen. We made it. Let's change that to canola first of all. What a faff that was. But then, I mean, look at this, though. It's a massive, massive convoy. It really is. It's hardly surprising that it's hard work. But we got there. That's all that matters. We've only got to get to here. So, right, let me get me rows right here. Get this unfolded first. Do you know what, Wisco? Yeah, the contemplation was there, and thinking, right, let's get super strength out, go full Popeye mode. But no. Right, steering assist, work direction, automatic side, show lines off. No, number of headlands 1. Okay, there we are. So now I'm just going to spin it round, being careful not to tie myself in any knots. You drive trucks in real life, you can back a 53-foot trailer like no one's business, but ask me to back 2 pups and it's like yeah, absolutely. Right. I do have the lines turned off, but I reckon this is where we want, roughly about there. Let's just turn that lot on. There we are. Drop that down. And off we go. We made it, ladies and gentlemen. We are planting. There we are. That's better. Look at the size of this, though, eh? How cool's that? I can drive any forking thing with and without wheels. Brilliant. Hang on. I didn't have my line on there, did I? Fail. I turned it off. There we are. Right, now we're in the right... aiming in the right line, I reckon. There we go. Let's just check my map. Yeah, bit of a wiggly line. We'll write that when we get round to it. It is now, Vortifine. Thank you, mate. Lots to think about. What can I say? There are farmers near where I am that have the same... Is there, mate? It's an absolute beast of a setup, this. And I've never properly... Like I said before, I've never used the Big Bud. And I've used the Seedhawk packs that I'm sure some of us are familiar with, but I've never used the big Borgolt stuff. The Seedhawk pack that I was initially going to use would have been a whole lot easier because it's a tracked... The air cart itself is tracked and doesn't have a steering axle. So that would have been considerably easier. So maybe I'm a glutton for punishment and that's my own fault, but hey ho. Love the map tour. Can't wait to play this map with the new DLC vehicles. Nice one, mate. Well, hopefully not too long. Like I said before, DJ is hoping to have this potentially released for before the Plains and Prairies DLC comes out, which I think is that due by the end of May? I don't actually know. It's not too far away though, is it? That's what I'm pretty sure that's going to be what patch 1.9 is getting the game ready for as well. That's that Giants advertised the other day. This map with the Big Bud and Seedhawk is going to be glorious to screenshot. Mate, there you go. There you go. Yes, it is. It really is. Right. Let me just check I'm doing alright. Yeah, we're back on. There we go. That's better. Ignore that little wibbly wobbly line there at the beginning. Yeah, you're going to be able to get some amazing screenshots out of this one, aren't you, mate? It's going to be great. It really is. So, I haven't actually thought about how I'm going to cope with the square corners on this field, but we'll see. Next Tuesday, is that right, mate? Nice one. Nice one. June the 3rd. There we go. So, I think skipping 2 rows is going to be the order of the day with this, I feel. So, let's come to a stop there. We'll pick it up. There we are. We might be able to do a tight... No, we'll go for the second row, I think. There we go. It's going to be roughly about there. Yep, there we are. And we're off again. There we are. I've hardly ever used this steering assist, if I'm honest. Why was that gone? I've done it again. Idiot. Dinky, hello mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm good. Now I'm finally got here and yeah, getting my head around the steering assist function. I've like I said, hardly ever used it. Bill, any hee-haw people in here today? Like everyone else, I too am really eager to play this map. Yeah, it's honestly, you've got plenty to look forward to. Getting your teeth into a 4X map is brilliant, and there's plenty to do. If there's anything you want me to go and show you on the map, please let me know, because that is going to be one of the purposes of this map of this video as well. DJ has done a little bit more work to a few of the farms. There's 6 in total that he's placed down and built himself, all colour coded on the map. He's done a little bit more work to 1 or 2 of them, I think, at the minute. So if you wanted me, you could never do this setup. I'm not coordinated enough to do. Well, neither am I, Kelly. And I'm doing it live on the internet. So, like I said before, I think I'm a bit of a glutton for punishment, aren't I? Got to do it now and again. Got to do it once, haven't I? Practice makes perfect. But I mean, it's straightforward enough. It's just the manoeuvring of the whole convoy itself. And personally, like I said before, I think one of the massive things that this game, it doesn't suffer with it, but one of the things that makes this game, makes manoeuvring stuff like this difficult, is the actual speed of the machinery that you're driving. Because in real life, if you was a farmer moving this thing around, you'd be doing it proper, like really, really slowly, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be, you know, jetting off out your shed at full whack. And within the mechanics of the game, when you're pressing accelerator on a button or a toggle or whatever, it's very difficult to really modulate your speed and go like properly slowly. But you'd only be doing like 1 or 2 miles an hour at absolute tops, wouldn't you, if you were reversing something like this about? And doing it really slowly is what helps keep it controlled, especially with these crazy axles at the front. Time for cola and chocolate. So are all the red barns part of a farm, or are they separated? Initially, this whole red farm here, everything that you could see was one farm, but DJ has amended it, so when it's down to farmlands, the bit of farmland that the red buildings in front of us here are on, and the farmland that those red buildings are on, are two separate farmlands. So if you wanted to own the whole thing, you need to purchase two farmlands. Right, let's lift that up. There we go. Right, let's see if I can do this one now properly, not muck it up. Right, so I'm going to hazard a guess to say we're roughly about there. Active. You taking me to the wrong one? You've taken me to the wrong one. Oh, we'll just go with you anyway. What are you doing there? Turn on cedar. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have to do a bit of neatening up at the end of the headlands. I appreciate that. This is the starter farm. Yeah, this is the starter farm, Dutch. Why does that keep turning off? Well, obviously because I keep pressing the button quite clearly, but with, yeah. The BGA is separated, yes. If we go into the, there you go, you can see the farmlands there. If we go to farmland there, yeah, the BGA there is on its own site. You can see the difference there, and then you've got this the plot of land here that we're on with the red buildings there, and then the other red buildings are in part of farmland 133 there. So yeah, there you go. And I must admit, I do hate that. Now that's a Giants thing, that's a base game thing, but the way that how the texture of the drilled ground as I'm moving forward doesn't catch up. It drives me nutting, that. It really does. But then as soon as you kind of move about, it just changes. It's really quite annoying, that. It is working though. But there we go. When the map will be released, it's hoping to be done. If the Plains and Prairies DLC is due to be released on June the 3rd, as I've been reliably informed, DJ Modding is hopefully looking to have it released before then. So anywhere up to June the 3rd at the minute. The Picasso of map making, that's one way to put it. Dinky, nice one, mate. I like that. How's that for you, DJ? The Picasso of map making. Redraw, thank you, Welsh. Yeah, it is terrible, but it's been like that since day one for me. What is the main starting farm? It's the one that I've started with there, Kelly, the red one there. I'm doing lands without the GPS. Well, I'm doing rows. I'm not doing G. You see, I've done it again there. Bloody hell! It's not on there. Barber Albert, hello, big like. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to neaten up the bits I've already done first, because I've made a right dog's dinner of the beginning of this, haven't I? So, I'm going to get to the end here, and then I'm going to go back and fill in what we've not done. So we're going to get to there now. I'm going to lift the cedar. Let's turn off steering assist. I mean, it's my fault as well. I mean, steering assist has been with us since the day the game was released, but I have never used it. So it's my own fault in that respect, isn't it? But if I go to around about there, click on active. There we go. Lower cedar. See, that's what does it. It's the double function there. It's turned it off again. There we go. Right. So that's what I need to keep being mindful on. There we go. Getting there. It's just getting into the rhythm of things, isn't it? You still suffer with it too. In fact, you're fairly sure it's worse since 1.8 came out. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood. I've got no idea what patch 1.9 is bringing to the game in respect of fixes or anything like that. I'm just assuming initially that it's preparing the base game to receive the Plains and Prairies DLC, but there is going to be some fixes, no doubt, so hopefully they might fix that, because that has been with us since day one and it drives me crazy. It really does. But so far, DJ, you wanted to, I know one of the things that you did want to look at, because you actually haven't played this yet, have you, mate? You've been working on it for so long, and you've not actually got to play it. So, yeah, you wanted to have a look and see what the gameplay was like. Well, I can tell you from my end, so far, smooth as butter, mate. There's my frames per second, hovering around 59, 61. That is with FSR frame generation, of course, but it is smooth as butter, mate. It's really, really nice. It's very well optimized, I've got to say. When I was making the map tour, flying around making, filming cinematics and stuff like that, regardless of where I was on the map, it was a solid 60 frames a second everywhere. Yes, Swanee, this is a PC only map. All 4X maps are PC only, and yeah, it's been that way now for quite some time now. Back into FARMERSIM 22. Yes, it is a PC only map, mate. I watched FARMERSIM to a review of the map. It reminded me of the farmlands near Judith Gap, Montana. Well done. You have not played your map, just in and out testing it a few places. Well, I can reliably inform you, mate, it's wonderful. As someone who has played it now most of this weekend, I've been oodling around on here, just enjoying myself and finding my feet with the place and whatnot. Beautiful, mate. It really is. Really, really nice. Thank you very much for your sterling hard work. Yeah, liking it now. You did optimise it. Awesome. Optimised perfectly, mate. But yeah, the difference in the textures there, it's just dead weird, isn't it? That's the Giants thing, though, for sure. But you can see it. It's like big squares, isn't it, off into the distance? But anyway. Focus on what I'm doing. We'll get these... I do need to neaten that bit up as well, but we'll come to that when we come to do the headland, I reckon. Boomstam, Holland, say hello. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Alright, lift the cedar. There we go. Let's turn that off. Get this span around. Right, that should be us there. Nice. And then lower the cedar. See, that stayed active then for some reason. Right, okay. Okay. Lancy boy! Hello, mate. How you doing? When's the release date? Sometime, hopefully sometime before the 3rd of June, Lancy boy, I think. How you doing, man? Ben, any advice for someone looking at starting out on YouTube? Yeah, do you know what? I will always pass on the advice I was given by my good friend. I can now call him my friend, the FARMERSIM guy. I went to him as a very new YouTuber back in the day, a couple of years ago, and I asked him for some advice, and his advice was enjoy it first and foremost, quality over quantity. Try, and don't burn yourself out. But yeah, mainly, if you want to do it, mate, do it. I wholeheartedly recommend doing it. I'm gutted that I didn't start doing it earlier. It was something I wanted to do years ago, and I didn't have the confidence. I didn't necessarily have the hardware on my computer. Wasn't really up to the task at one point. Which I know is maybe that's a bit of a lame excuse, I don't know, but I'm so glad that I've done it now. I really am. I've been doing it for over 2 years, and I've loved every minute of it. Just the friends and people you meet along the way, you guys, just becoming part of the community has been one of the most wonderful things I've ever experienced. So if you're going to do it, mate, do it, because it's the farming simulator community is a wonderful place to be. Everyone is wonderful, they're friendly, they're welcoming, they're helpful. It's just brilliant. It really is. Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, my own little community is growing. Only these last couple of days, the channel has just crossed over 11,000 subscribers, which is amazing, and the Discord channel has just crossed over 1,000 members as well, which is mega. So if you're not on the Discord, please do go and call on by, jump in. The link's in the video description. Yeah, it's it's just an amazing thing. So yeah, the bottom line is, mate, if you are considering starting a YouTube channel, forgive me, I didn't actually. I just assumed you were thinking about doing it with Farming Simulator. But are you planning on doing it with Farming Simulator, mate, or are you planning on doing it in another game that you play? Or let me know. So right, let's get that lifted. There we are. Right, I think we will. No, I should be able to make that, shouldn't I? Without getting myself tied in a big bud-shaped knot. There we go. I'm going to miss that little end bit though, aren't I? Lower the cedar. There we go. I didn't need anywhere near as much seed in this thing, did I? It's being very economical with it. Let's just go to the... Yeah. Yes, I know. I've missed a couple of tiny spots. We'll clear those up. Yeah. It's, but yeah, if Ben, if you are looking at doing it, mate, I wholeheartedly recommend doing it. Just go for it. Like I said, I really, really wish I'd gone for it years ago. Hey up, Ron. How are you, mate? Hey up. How you doing, pal? You okay? Good to see you. Cheers for joining us on your Monday evening. All good with you, mate? Can you all hear me okay, by the way? My microphone, I've got my microphone so that it's not in view of the camera, but can you hear me in my dulcet tones all right? Loved American Falls, so I'll be looking forward to your neck. Absolutely, Dutch. I think we all are, quite frankly. I think Farming Simulator is certainly it's starting to find its feet a little bit now, don't you agree? It was it went through a bit of a lull, I feel, for a couple of months where, you know, maps and mods were thin on the ground, and I think now things are really starting to pick up, especially when we've got the likes of this on the way. Judith Plains, Montana. It's absolutely gorgeous. Easy Dev is coming back as well, Swanee. Yes, you're absolutely right. It is. I saw that little teaser video that GTX released the other day. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Ron. I'm all good, mate. All good. Yes, you hear good. Nice one, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Easy Dev. Although because it's not been around for so long, I've got so accustomed just to using Easy Dev control, the development control thing. But yeah, it'll be nice to get Easy Dev back. I must admit, it really will. Mowgli, I've been thinking of streaming, but can't see many female FS content creators. There is one or two. I'm very lucky to have to know one of them myself, Mrs. Sim Gamer. She's not been doing it for a while now, just because life's been getting in the way quite a bit. But me and Mrs. Sim Gamer had a good thing going on with our multiplayer series that we were doing back in Farming Simulator 22. But don't let that stop you, Mowgli. If it's, quite frankly, if you're thinking of doing it, do it. That's all I can say. I'll seriously do it. I can wholeheartedly recommend it. The FS community is an amazing community to be part of. Honestly, hands down. It really is. Right. Let's get myself lined up with that. There we are. Lower the cedar. There we go. Rock and roll. I appreciate it is a little bit higgledy-piggledy in places, but I'm getting there. I'm not doing too bad now, am I? You hope Giants fixes precision farming. Well, I'd like to think that there will be a few fixes on the way with patch 1.9. I'd like to think they've been beavering away in the background, getting a few things fixed with precision farming. I'd imagine that'll be the case, probably, because I think I've not really noticed a problem, but I know people have said that lime is broken with precision farming. The pH map. This one's not so bad actually, because I did actually do the liming before, but I'll show you. Let's zoom out a bit so we can see us. But yeah, there's my lime map for this massive field, and again, I can't explain the stripes. I've had stripes in all of the fields that I've limed, whether it's on this map, on Oak Bridge Farm, on Paligny. everywhere on Iowa cattle. As a Somerset lass, I have the right accent for the UK market. Seriously, Mowgli, do it, mate, do it. It's we don't have enough female content creators in the farming simulator community. There are some, there are a few. So yeah, we need more. So jump on board, mate. Jump on board. There you go. Go for it, Mowgli, says Welsh Sim Farmer. Well, you've done it. You've just recently... Welsh Sim Farmer is a recent content creator. You've started up your channel, haven't you? Did your first live stream a couple of weeks ago with you and Rion, didn't you? That was awesome. It was really cool to watch. So, yeah, wholeheartedly recommend it to anyone. It's an amazing thing to be part of. It really is. What would you like to see fixed in precision farming? Personally, it's lime and contracts. I haven't had a problem with contracts. Although I did have a problem with a contract over on Oakbridge Farm in my last episode. And it wasn't a problem that bothered me, because I accepted a bale wrapping contract, and as soon as I accepted it and came out the menus and got back in my tractor to go dither around, the contract completed. And I couldn't do anything but turn it in and get £38,000 for literally doing absolutely nothing. So, but apart from that, I haven't really noticed any problem. I did some contracts in the forthcoming episode on Palanier this coming Wednesday. I did a couple of contracts there, and there was no problems. Yeah, it's interesting how some people do experience problems and some people don't. It's maybe it's a mod thing. Maybe it's down to what mods we've got on our folders. I'm not too sure. There we go. Right, let's come to a stop there. Lift the seeder. Right, now let's try and skip row neatly. Roughly about there. Yeah, that'll do. I know I'm not going to try and straighten it up at the very end here, because that will just turn into a massive Borgolt Big Bud shaped knot. So did you try what I wrote that you did for NLF? No, I haven't had a chance to do anything like that, mate. At the minute, I've literally it's been non-stop. If it's not been getting Wednesday's video sorted before this one, just life as well. I've had very little time to do anything outside of, unfortunately, what I normally just have time to do, which is get on top of my content. Thanks both. I'm learning streaming setup, etc. Content creation. Who knows? You may see me soon. Hopefully, mate. If you need any tips, any help, any advice, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sound like I know everything, because I really don't. This is a learning thing every day for me, and and that's another thing that I absolutely love about it. But if you need any help at all, just drop me a line. Jump over on Discord. Drop me a line on Discord if you need any help at all, mate. I'm happy to help if you need anything. No probs, Lancy boy, mate. No probs. You have a few problems with contracts, especially the cultivating in the field. Have the tracks in the field not get completed? Ah. That, now, forgive me, I have heard a few people say that when it comes to, yeah, that the tram lines that are in the NPC-owned fields actually take away from the cultivated land, don't they? Maybe it might be an idea to use the contract boost mod and dial it down a little bit to allow for that discrepancy between the land, if that makes any sense. Is there contracts on the fields? That's a good point, actually. Let's have a quick look. There might be, there might not be at the minute. Oh yeah, there are. We've got some bale wrapping, got some harvesting, irrigation. Again, I do have realistic weather turned on, so you wouldn't necessarily have the irrigation ones if you don't have realistic weather. But yes, there are contracts in the fields. Tedding grass, weeding. So yeah. Don't be scared to go into our general chat and ask for help. There are so many lovely people in the server that will be willing to help you, including me. Cheers, Ron. Absolutely, mate. absolutely. If you do have any farm sim related content, if you do jump over onto the Discord, just like I say, just be mindful of the different sections you've got. So if you want to talk Farming Simulator and if you've got any help, if you want any help with Farming Simulator, jump into the FS25 section and we will be there to help you out as best as possible. Thanks to Power Tools, I add money. Yeah, absolutely. The shallow cultivator won't erase the tram lines, but the regular deep cultivator will get rid of them. Oh, okay. Didn't realise that. That's good to know. Thank you, mate. Alright, let's get that lifted. Turn that off. Go for another skip row. But yeah, so far I am absolutely loving this map. I am fully aware that I would make my life much easier if I had the lines turned on, but I just have I have something against having the lines turned on. I just don't like it. Is anyone else like that? Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be super realistic, but ordinarily I don't like playing with the heads-up display on. I don't like playing with the F1 menu open in the top left-hand corner there, but I'm doing that just so that I know, because of the controls for lifting and lowering the seeder here, it runs off the same circle button as the steering assist. So I missed that comment, did I? What did I miss? FARMERSIM was a massive help to get me into getting set up and starting the channel. I still owe him a beer or 10. No, you don't, mate. It's all good. I'm always happy to. I'm happy to help. That's it's a nice thing to be able to help, and yeah, being able to pass on the information. Because, like I said, from doing this from the very beginning, every day's been a learning curve. If it's about setting up your OBS, because I've been doing, I've spent years doing that, getting the game running, well. I've spent a lot of time doing that. When it comes to little tips for uploading your videos to YouTube, again, I've received a lot of tips from people over the last couple of years, so I'm happy to pass stuff like that on. So yeah, if you need anything, any questions at all, just shout me up on Discord. The comment about me not being female, I missed that one. Yeah. I did miss that one, sorry, Welsh. Yeah. But yeah, like I say, happy to help anyone, so if you need any advice, just give us a shout over on Discord, drop us a message, and yeah, we'll sort something out. You use the disable line mod, which puts them up but makes them disappear after a few seconds when in line. I do actually have that mod, Ben, but I just kind of figured I'd take a brave pill and just turn them off in the steering assist menu and see what that was like. So again, I've not properly used it. You use it because crooked lines will drive you crazy. What do you mean, like the crooked lines I've left over there? I'll neaten them up, I promise. I'll neaten them up. Not doing too bad with this one, though, let's be honest. Not doing too bad at all. Getting it done. It's an amazing setup, this, though. It really is. Once you've got yourself out onto the open fields, and you can plan ahead, because that's what I'm trying to do at the minute. I'm trying to plan ahead to make sure that I don't get myself tied up in a big knot, because I have done it before with other big air cart setups. Let's go roughly about there. It's going to pick up the next row, isn't it? There we go. Lower seeder. Active. There you go. I don't like the way the axles on the big bud kind of jump when you're selecting the row, but still. Your Mima 1007, are you, Bill? Is that who you are on Discord, is it, mate? G'day, FS from Down Under. I love that big bud. I use 4 of them in big maps with some fancy course play tango courses. Nice, mate. Nice. Yeah, I've this is a first for me using a big bud in FARMERSIM. I figured this was the perfect map to try it out, I've got to say. It's doing a sterling job so far. It's a beast. Now, this one's got the 1100 horsepower engine as well, so it's properly powerful. I guess the standard Massey harvester won't cut it on the map. Yeah, that might be a little bit too small, perhaps. There's a good range of field sizes, though, but because it's because it's a 4X, a small field isn't what we'd term as a small field, really. No way for a 6-metre header to survive the starter field. Can you imagine harvesting this field with that 6-metre Massey header? Goodness me. No worries, Rion, mate. Good to see you, pal. Take care. Look after yourself, mate. Catch you all later. I've got some chores to do. Awesome stream, FARMERSIM. No worries, Swanee, mate. Take care. Good to see you. Thanks to FARMERSIM, FSG, Daggerwin, Mrs. Sim Gamer, and Scroft have helped me to still playing FARMERSIM 22 and now FARMERSIM 25, plus all mods and map creators. Awesome, Andreas. That's great to know, mate. It's great to know. Night, buddy. Dual big budding. I like that, yeah. Dual big budding. But yeah, I spent all that time trying to fill the air cart up with all that seed. I wasn't going to need half of it, am I? It's doing really, really well, though. But is there let me know if there's anything you want me to go and show you on the map, if you want me to go and have a look at, because I can jump into flight mode. We can go and have a quick whiz around places if you want. That was the idea. If any of you wanted to have a look at things in a bit more detail, there's a couple of towns. There's some interesting new productions on the map. We've got whiskey, we've got beer. I have got it on the screen above me there, but I pointed my lamp at the screen, so it's actually shining on it. Where are we? Got some productions: whiskey, beer, wine, ethanol, soy milk, pasta, pizza, corn oil, and corn flour. So there's loads of new stuff to get your teeth into on this one. No probs, Welsh, mate. Only if you pay on 10-day months, and only if 10-day months. I don't tend to play US-based maps for more than a few hours. Might try harder when this map comes. I can wholeheartedly recommend it, mate. Honestly, I do fully appreciate that. I've heard from a lot of people lately that they don't necessarily play US maps. I mean, personally, I like to enjoy a bit of both. I love my European maps. Obviously, I've got my series on Oakbridge Farm. We've got Palanier, which is a gorgeous little French map, if you weren't aware of what that one is. But I also absolutely adore massive. A 4X for me is the perfect size. I enjoy a 1X, but a 4X is where I feel most at home, I think. I don't know why. Can't explain. I haven't got an answer. It's just the right size for me. You love whiskey. Show you. Yep. Well, productions-wise, if we go into the productions system, so it's a Jack Daniels. It's actually Jack Daniels itself as well. And in order to make whiskey, you need corn, you need dry corn, you need barley, and you need water. Quite simply. So, and all the farms have got a corn dryer on. So if you're looking to make whiskey, obviously you'll harvest your corn, throw it in your corn dryer, but keep some of it back as well. So you can use. So you'll need some normal corn and dry corn. And what else was it? Barley and water. So yeah, nothing too complicated to make it. But it's just a really nice addition, that. And I've got a funny feeling, I've not actually looked. We've got plenty of time before we get to the end of the row. But if we go down and have a look at whiskey, how much it's worth, come sell time. 2,398 euros here. I should be in dollars, shouldn't I? But yeah, there's triple soup at 941, whiskey 2,398, wine is 1,741. So it's yeah, it's worth a pretty penny. This will definitely be a strong use of auto drive and course play. Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Nippy. Well, I've spent a bit of time over this last weekend making an auto drive course. I haven't done the whole map. I've just done a couple of the main roads and widen a little bit of my little farm here and 1 or 2 fields, and that's it. But it did take a while. But that's because it's a big map. But again, that's one of the things that I really enjoy about starting a new map, especially a big one like this, is using auto drive as a good excuse to literally drive it, to get yourself around every part of the map, so you can see it and take it in and just see what the map maker has created for you, because it's mega. It really is. And this map's got plenty of it. I think there's 122 fields. Yeah, 122 arable fields on this map. How about beer? Yep, we'll have a look now. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let me just get to the end of this row here. That'll do that. We'll lift that up. Turn that off. Let's go to beer. So whiskey, what did we say that was? 2,398. Beer is 1,722 at best price there, so it's still pretty valuable. This does have anhydrous on the map as well. So yeah, there's some money to be made in that alcohol production for sure, isn't there? Right. I think we can safely say that we're on for the next one now. So let's get that lined up there. Oh, that was almost perfect. Right, lower that down. There we are. We've probably got, does that look? Yeah. Yeah, that looks alright. Nice. No alcohol for you, you're a 60-year-old Pepsi-holic. I must admit, I don't drink a lot of alcohol myself either. I just tend to drink water and occasionally Fanta. How exciting is that? Only to get the wishing, I started a few days ago a game on Rottimer Island, yeah, because when the DLC in this map will be released, I'll be that tired about this tiny fields and narrow. There you go, mate. There you go, Carl. Yeah, I think Cartech's got a series over on Rottimer Island. It looks quite a nice little map, that, to be fair. I haven't checked it out myself, though. There's so many maps I haven't checked out, though. There does get to a point where there's too many. Like, there'll be people in my Discord posting images, and it's like, well, what map's that? I don't know. But it's just great that there's now becoming that level of variety in the game, whereas at the very beginning it's like, oh, look, that's Riverbend Springs. Oh, look, that's Hoot and Pantai. Now we've got maps coming out that it's like, I don't recognise that. Oh, that looks good. You know, and it's just really cool to have that. Absolutely boring me. Oh, boring. Right, yeah. I am in that respect. I'm not drinking. Yeah. Howdy, Joseph. How you doing, mate? Massey8480. Evening, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope all's well. Appreciate you joining us on your Monday evening. Yeah, I'm all good, thanks, mate. I'm all good. All good. Really, really enjoying taking in this awesome map. And again, like I said at the beginning, massive shout out and a huge thank you to DJ Modding. He was here before, for giving me the opportunity to have a look at now this the latest version of the map, beta version 5. He's been doing been working diligently in the background these last couple of weeks. Yeah, it's a gorgeous one. It really is. And I know that a lot of people are going to be really excited for the release of this map. They really are. You have the same problem, but it's Diet Coke. Gives me the burps, Diet Coke does, Kelly. It's proper gassy. Hi, Ben. How you doing, mate? Ben Wilson. Hope all's good, man. Nothing like being alive and in full control of yourself. Well said, mate. Well said. There we go. Right. Let's get this one picked up. There it'll do. We'll try and make our way down the few rows that we've not done yet. Not bad, but I'm ill, so spending... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Hope it's nothing too serious. Glad you're glad to keep you company, as it were. Keep you occupied if you're not feeling so well. But there's nothing worse than feeling ill, is there? Let's be honest. There we go. Especially on a bank holiday. Vimto is very gassy. I haven't had Vimto forever, that. I do like a glass of Vimto, let's be honest. I normally just stick to water most of the time. That's literally all I drink most of the time. Very adventurous. Or is it fizzy Vimto you're drinking, Ron? But imagine that's gassy. Mark Patterson, we need more Aussie maps. We have plenty of big farms to model off. Well, keep your eye on Argsy. If you know, I'm sure you must be aware of Argsy Gaming. He's making his own map, and it looks amazing. It really does. You probably shouldn't be here learning so much about FARMERSIM 25. You'll be getting confused with the FS22 that you can play. I must admit that, yeah, jumping between the two, I'd find that quite confusing. I've still got 22 installed, actually, and all the mods that I had for FARMERSIM 22, but I haven't actually turned it on forever. I should really think about deleting it, freeing up some space on my hard drive. Awesome looking map, can't wait to play it. That bird makes a bit of a racket though. The plane, you sound like a lion when you drink it. What are you doing when you drink it, dare I ask? But yeah, it's it really is an awesome map, this. I'm so excited that we've got it coming. I'm really honoured to have a copy of it in my mod folder right now and be able to showcase it to you guys. Obviously, I did the map tour, didn't I? I suppose tonight's video was primarily just to enjoy it a bit and do some actual farm work. Yes, forgive me, Dutch. Yes, I know that is New Zealand, but yeah, it's that part of the world, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's close enough. It's closer than Oak Bridge Farm, or closer than here. Hello all, waiting on this map, can't wait. Hello Mike, hope you're well, mate. Sodding burping, mate. Brilliant. Brilliant. I tell you what, I need to be mindful of not spending too much time in the menus, which I'm going to have to now because the game's just froze because I'm going past the realistic weather menu. I'm going to come out of this and I'm going to find my tractor. Come on. Oh no. No, lucky, right. I'll wait till we get out this row and into the next one. But I just wanted to check my my fertilizer levels in my precision farming menu. Being from the US, I don't play other maps except US and 4X almost all the time, like I did in 22. Well, that's entirely cool, mate. As far as I'm concerned, you're from the US. You like playing maps from the US. That's all good with me. That's all good. Zombie King, what's up, brother? How you living? I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you? Good to see you. Appreciate your time joining us, mate. All right, let's drop that one down. There we go. Right, there we go. Nice. Right, precision farming. Where were we? So there's our pH, and there's the nitrogen going down really nice. And you see, the nitrogen goes down nice and neat and uniform, doesn't it, to suit the soil types? But the lime doesn't. The lime goes all stripy and weird, and it over applies at the beginning and the end of some of the rows. That, admittedly, that was done using courseplay. So the blue that you see at the ends, I can't answer for what the blue is here along the bottom, but the blue that you see at the ends of the rows on the left and right of the field, that's when courseplay starts slowing down and coming to a halt at the end of every row. So as it's slowing down, it's still applying the lime, but it seems to apply it heavier. But then when I go over it myself on other areas of the field and apply lime, it doesn't go blue. It doesn't over apply. So it's a weird one between courseplay and precision farming, I feel, with that one. Not too sure. Can't necessarily answer that one, but yeah. Hopefully, with patch 1.9, there may be some quality of life fixes for precision farming. Let's hope so. Am I looking forward to Llama? Of course I am, Cher. I'm always looking forward to Llama. Love, I really am. It's the FARMERSIM day out, isn't it, that, for us in the UK? You still play FS19 because of a group I play with, but finding I've been spending more time on 22. Do you know what? I haven't played 19 for years. I think, but because I wasn't a content creator back when 22 came out. Obviously, I found Farming Simulator during FARMERSIM 19, probably about halfway through its life cycle, maybe, give or take a bit. So when 22 came out, I was like, oh, right, new game, you know, delete 19, install 22, and then became a content creator. But now that I'm here, I've actually kept 22 installed, not necessarily for posterity reasons. I don't really know why, but there's been the odd occasion where I've referenced something back on 22, and I've just kept the game on there just so I can do a quick snapshot of a mod that somebody's made from 22. I don't know, but yeah, I should considerably I should think about deleting it, really, because that and all the mods take up a decent amount of hard drive space that I could probably do with, quite frankly. Llama's going to be mega. It is, mate. It is. Ron Tim, being from the US, I like to play maps from the different regions of the world as they provide differing sets of challenges. Absolutely, mate. That's kind of my mindset on it as well, really. I love them all, to be honest. I love the small European maps. I love big American maps, and I love everything in between. Admittedly, a map has to... There's got to be that something about a map to make me want to play it in the first place. But I like all kinds of maps. If the map in question has atmosphere and immersion and, you know, real nice quality to it, then it doesn't matter where it's from. I will probably want to play it. Like, for example, Edo Modern MA7's maps. Etruria, the one that's coming up soon, hopefully, at some point. That, has any of you seen the trailers for Etruria? That looks incredible, really does. And the likes of Deutschland, that's apparently still coming back for FARMERSIM 25 at some point. And that was, in my personal opinion, beautiful. It was a gorgeously crafted map. 1,050 hours for FARMERSIM 25 so far. Are you bringing everyone along next year, are you, Welsh? The wee man and the wife as well. Going next year and we're staying over so you can do both days. Nice work, mate. As you are from Germany, I do not have a clue what Llama is. May you briefly lose one or two words about what... Llama is an agricultural show that takes place every year at the Birmingham NEC Exhibition Centre. And a handful of us have got some videos on it, mate. So if you wanted to see what it was like, I've got a video. Just go through my videos and somewhere in there there'll be a couple of Llama videos. The main one being like a tour around the NEC. You know, essentially it's the Geneva Motor Show for agricultural equipment. So you know, any company who is anything in the farming world will be at Llama, showcasing their latest and greatest technology and equipment and machines and all this kind of stuff. And it's absolutely amazing. And because farming, it feels like farming is on the tip of everybody's tongue at the minute, and it kind of has been the last couple of years in real life. I know that a couple of days prior to Llama at the NEC was the Autosport show, which is for cars and race cars and stuff. And a few, you know, me and my friends are all into cars. They're all far deeper in it than I am. They're you know, they're race drivers and race engineers and stuff like that. And they go to Autosport every year. And they went there last year, sorry, a couple of days before Llama, and they said it was absolutely dead when it comes to the numbers of people there. Yet 2 days later, I go to Llama, and it's absolutely rammed with people. There's literally thousands and thousands of people there, and it just made you appreciate that, you know, car shows. You know, I've been to car shows and things like that for, you know, for years and years and years, and they're generally, as a rule, always really quite busy. But these last couple of years, it's kind of like the tables are turning, and there was a lot more popularity at Llama than there was for the big Autosport show, which I just found very interesting. And your cakes share, yes, your cakes and chocolate bars, yeah, that was awesome. That really was. You never know when you might want to go back and update some of the old videos. Well, yeah, that's, you're referring to FARMERSIM 22, Bill. Well, I mean, as a content creator, I've got to move forward with the times now, and I know, even though it's great, and I do know that a lot of people do still play FARMERSIM 22. When it comes to content creating, you've got to I think you've got to move with the times and keep with the stuff that's most, you know, recent, if that makes any sense, from a views perspective and an interest perspective, anyway. You'll do that tomorrow when you're sitting in some boring conference calls. Just keep one bit of your attention on the conference call there, mate. The last thing you want is for someone to be talking to you and you're sitting there watching a video and they're going, Carl, and you're, oh, sorry, yep. Yeah. Hey, we're not doing too bad at all here. We're almost done this field now. It's only taken us just over an hour. We've still got the headlands to do, I know that, but yeah. Well, I know it's a massive hopper on this air cart, but it just feels like we haven't gone through anywhere near as much seed and fertiliser as I thought we would have done. But yeah. Awesome looking convoy though, don't you think? Proper beast. But there's, I mean, the big bud is a massive thing, but just look how small it feels in comparison to this field. It feels tiny. And I was considering making this field even bigger as well. I was going to stitch the next one along as well to it, but I kind of thought, no, that's being a bit greedy and taking from the land that's around that farm, so I kind of thought I'd leave it. But yeah. So yeah, we'll finish. We'll get this drilling done in this field, and then we'll go and because I do have a combine. I've got a Case AF11 with a massive 19.2 metre header as well, which for the field that we're going to harvest is a little bit of overkill. But oh, hang on a minute. I think we have actually got it covered now. Let me just jump into the map. Bump, 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 wrong way. Crop types. Yeah, so we're pretty much on for the headland now, aren't we? I do feel that I might end up actually just doing this by hand. Now that I've got all the centres done, I think I will just freehand the headland. Give me the control to grab the bits that are missed. The map, Patrick? No, the map isn't out yet. It's hopefully going to be with us sometime around the 2nd, possibly 3rd of June. Give or take a bit. That's what DJ's planning on. Hopefully just before the Plains and Prairies DLC. The DJ has very kindly sent me the latest copy of the map to update and be able to show you on tonight's stream. So I'm really, really grateful for that. That is awesome. In fact, I think I can turn on for this direction, can't I? Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that, mate. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. There's that plane. You can hear it chugging away above us. I think I can... There he is. It is cool having that. I know Tahitian County had that back on 22, didn't I? Just like they had several, actually. And they had an air like a... They actually took off the ground, which I thought was pretty cool. They did a loop around the map. They came into land and then just basically carried on along the runway and then took off again, which that was a really nice touch. That I'd never seen that in another FARMERSIM map before. But the farms that DJ has made, I said it in my map tour video the other day, but for me, I feel I can recognise a DJ modding farm. I don't know what it is. I can't explain that either. Maybe it's the round holes on his doors. I don't know, but when you see them laid out, because I spent so much time on Green Valley, Nebraska, I don't know. But when I, coming back onto this map and being able to fly around this ahead of time, it was just like, yeah, look at that. It's DJ farm. It's really cool. You've watched my other vid 5 times in the last couple of days. Nice one, Patrick. Appreciate that. Well, I must admit, there's not that many others out there who've made some footage on. I know FS Club did a live stream for a few hours a few days ago, but yeah, I must admit, I think there's only my map tour video out there for it at the minute, which was I was quite pleasantly surprised for, which was cool. Kudos to DJ. If you're still in planning a butcher mod, I have a butcher mod. Just asking. Okay, Mike. Nice one, mate. But yeah, we're almost done with this field. There will be a couple of tiny little patches that I'll have missed, and I'm not going to try and square off the corners because that's going to involve reversing. and I'm not doing that. But if I just keep it going there, do as best as I can. There will probably be a tiny little lip around the edge. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this save. I'm not necessarily going to turn it into anything. I just wanted to run it on a live stream. We may well carry on, do a few more live streams into the future on it. But I wouldn't mind as well. For me, I feel it's a perfect multiplayer map with it already having 6 set out farms, and again with it being a 4x, there's so much space to go build your own custom farm on. It's the perfect multiplayer map. So I'm strongly considering when the map is properly released, creating a bit of a multiplayer server perhaps on here. I'll have a word with a few of the guys and gals over on Discord and see what they think. See if there'd be much interest in that. But that'd be pretty cool, don't you think? JP Harsbrook, hello from South Africa. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us. Right. Let's get this one span round for this last headland on this edge. On this edge, anyway. I should be able to. There we go. Grab the lane assist, steering assist. Nice. Keen. Are you keen, Welsh, for a multiplayer? Dutch says yes, and both of you in capital letters. Okay, right. Well, I shall have a consideration. Got a couple of buddies waiting for this to drop, probably going to become our long-term map. Nice. Yeah, this has definitely got long-term about it, for sure. It's, with all the productions that it's got, all the custom things that it's got, you know, you've got the custom productions, there's custom crop textures, corn textures from AW Modding, crop destruction effects have been added for all crops, things like seasonal colour changes for grass that's been planted, there's additional ground textures, there's the additional productions, new straw types, corn straw and soybean straw, corn stalks and bean straw that you get as a byproduct of harvesting corn and soybeans, which is great. So yeah, there's so much that this map has got that you don't ordinarily get in your normal maps. So yeah, this has got longevity to it for sure. Have Kim mate the farms. We shall see, mate. We shall see. What is the mod called of the cedar you are using? This is the Borgolt. This is by Hispano Modding. It's on the mod hub. I haven't actually got the link in the video description but it's the Borgolt 7950. There's 2 of them actually. There's a bigger one. I think there's a bigger one, or is this the bigger one? No, there's a smaller one. I think I can't remember, but there's 2. That's for sure. In fact, I can show you because I've got them both in the shop. So if we go to Cedars, where are we? Yeah, there you go. You've got the really, really big one at 30.5 meters. That's I didn't go for that one because that's even bigger, isn't it? That's properly massive. And then you've got the 2 air carts. We've got the 7950 here with a capacity of just under 34,000 litres, and you've got the 71300 with a capacity just under 46. So that's even bigger again. So yeah, but Hispano Modding on the mod hub, mate. You like to see the old iron? I must admit, I'm partial to it all, JP. I do like a bit of old iron. I might have just bought this Wednesday's Palinier video. Check it out because Edo Mod has released his Fiat Agri F140 and it's utterly gorgeous with the high definition texture pack. It's an absolute beauty. And I might have purchased that for my series over in France there. So yeah, I do like a bit of old iron as well, JP. There's something really nice, but at the same time, it's not often you get to really, really experience like the big stuff like this, which is why a map like this just comes into itself. It really does. There's not many places where you've got the room to turn this thing around, let alone, you know, enjoy it for what it is. And a big bud as well. Most maps haven't got the capacity to handle just the big bud on its own, let alone the Borgolt Cedar. Do I have a server with any maps for multiplayer? Not at the minute, Bill. No, it's something I've been meaning to get sorted for quite a while now. It is something I'll be looking into at some point in the near future. That's for sure. But right, we're almost done here. Yes, I know there's a couple of tiny little patches, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. Where are we? Apart from that one, I am going to get that bit there because that's. That doesn't sit right with me. So we'll get right to the end of this bit here. And then we just need... We'll pick it up. And drop it down here. And get this little slither that we've got there. And then that is us drilled. And I am not going to try and park this thing back in the shed. Absolutely not. Not after the way this video started off. That took me, what was that, about 20 minutes just to reverse it? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Sometimes going to the biggest is not a good thing. Well, it's been alright on this one so far, mate. Right, there we go. Done. Turn off. Hold up. I will drive you back to the farm. I'm not going to abandon you in the field. I shall drive you down the road. I have got traffic turned off. There is traffic on the map. I do have it turned off. That was purely for the purposes of auto drive. Because look at that. When you see it on the road, when it's in the field, it's dwarfed and it looks really small. But then when you're out on a big road like this, the big body's literally wider than both lanes on the road, which is just awesome if you ask me. So let's get myself in there. See, I can drive the things. And I think we will just pull that up on the grass there. Try and line it up. Keep it a bit straight. Perfect. Beast. And look how much fuel we haven't used. Look at that. It's barely made a dent in the fuel tank. That, in fact, I'm out of interest. How much fuel does this thing hold? 3,785 litres. I was thinking about that before. So your normal medium tractor, that's got a 400 litre tank, which is still quite big. 3,785. No wonder we haven't made a dent in it. It's because it's its own fuel refinery, that thing. Goodness me. The apprentice has gone to sleep in record time with my stream in the background. Is that because I've sent him to sleep due to absolute boredom? Or my voice has sent him to sleep? Does the mod author recommend precision farming or not on this map? Well, he's updated the map to support precision farming. So I don't necessarily think it's about recommending it or not. He's built in the custom soil map, and it's yeah, it works. I've got precision farming running on here. I think it's just down to yourself as a player if you wanted to use precision farming or not, mate. Really. Right, let's hitch up my trailer there, and we're going to send this down to field 95 because we're going to go and harvest that now. We'll see how far we get with that. Let's bring up auto drive, field 95. Off ye go. Job's a good one. We'll go and dig out our nice big case AF11 I've got stashed away in here with a quite frankly selfish grain header. Again, I don't think I've ever used a 19.2 metre grain header. This is part of the MacDon pack. But yeah, it's an absolute whopper. Do you know if land prices vary or are they a set amount per acre? I honestly couldn't tell you, mate. If it's a set price per acre, I don't actually know. That's a good question. There we go. Let's grab our header there. Go off and pull ourselves some barley out the ground for a few minutes, shall we? There we go. You've seen the real Big Bud once. It lives in Montana. Well, that was what drew me to bring out the Big Bud for this one. But with it being Montana, I was like, it just has to be done. It really does. It must be my dulcet tones. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, mate. Send anyone to sleep, mate. RC UK Scale Models. Oh, I do like your YouTube name, mate. Hey, FARMERSIM, map looks amazing. Can't wait to play it. And I'm an idiot because I forgot to open the gates. See, I had all this planned out before. Open gates, there we go. There's another gate to open down here as well. Try and catch it before he hits it. There we go. Racing a tractor to get to the gates. Oh, here's DJ. There we are, mate. Land prices are set price per acre. There you go, Roy. The answer from the creator himself. Hope all's good, DJ. Got that massive field drilled eventually. I'm just questioning. Oh no, it will. It'll go through these nice big wide gates. Of course it will. I just love this layout of the way the map's set out. The fact that this farm backs onto a little valley here, and you can go off and get access to some of the other fields there across those little bridges. I love all the bridges on the map. I do love a bridge, I've got to say. And there's so many on this map. Right, let's drop you off there. Let's get you unfolded. So, let's hitch you up. Hold up that header. Get those wheels folded in. Let's carve ourselves a bit of an area for the tractor to sit on and wait. Enable straw swath. There we go. Drop that down. Turn you on. Boom. First harvest on Judith Plains, Montana. There we go. So got field 95 selected there, so auto drive should work for me in a minute. Hopefully just before June the 3rd, Ham, as an answer to your release date. Right, let's jump in here. Let's make sure I've got closest point set. Field exit. Closest point. Oh, that's all reset itself, hasn't it? There we go, apply, yep. No planned date yet, need to run through a game patch 1 point. Ah, that's a good point, actually, DJ, yeah, well said, mate. I have a few people have asked during the video, and they've said, and I've said you were planning on having it open out before the Plains and Prairies DLC, but of course that's not considering patch 1.9 is going to need to make sure everything works. Right, so field 95, and then we're going to tip at Valley Bluff Farm grain dryer. Activate that. There we go. That should be all sorted there. And we can jump in here and get cracking. There we go. Nice. Now I don't know if we'll get this whole field done or not yet. I tend to run for about 2 hours on a live stream. We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, DJ did say he wanted to see how the gameplay performs on the map during this video. And so far, nice little harvest seems to be working perfectly good as well, which is great. When is 1.9? Not too sure, Welsh, when 1.9 is due. It was quite a surprise to see Giants. See the announcement from Giants the other day. I think it just said coming soon, didn't it, if I remember correctly? Run, Forrest, run. I do love these massive Macdon headers though. You see the flex in them as it's curving to the shape of the field. How cool is that? 19.2 meters. I don't think I've ever used a header quite so quite as big as this in FARMERSIM. We are 29% full. Put auto drive to the test in a few moments' time. Rumours are this week. Is that right, Shade Slayers? Well, we shall see, eh? We shall see. There we go. Tell you what, while I am on, shameless self-promotion, but if any of you are looking to purchase any of the add-ons or whatnot for FARMERSIM 25 and you like the idea of supporting me along the way, please consider my Giants partner promo code, FARMERSIM, if you're buying anything off the Giants website, that is. Any help there would be massively appreciated. I'm almost a bronze partner, not far off. So yeah, if you are looking to make any purchase for any add-ons or the game or anything, or the full game or anything like that, year 1 season pass, stick that code in at the till. It'll go a long way to helping the channel out. Is that an aeroplane flying around the map? It is RC UK scale models. It is. It's a little yellow. Is it a biplane? I'm not too sure. No, I don't. Yeah, it might be a biplane with a double wing. But yeah, it's really nice little detail and bit of immersion. That, don't you think? They always release a patch before a DLC is released. Yeah, that's right. Because the patch will kind of pave the way for the DLC to be supported from the base game, won't it? But there we go, not bad at all. It's quite a big field, this, let's be honest, compared to some. I try not to miss any bits on the corners this time. I'm usually a devil for that. I'll tell you what, if we've got 60% in, we're going to be getting towards full. I'm going to hazard a guess and say about halfway up this next headland, along the edge of the road, I reckon. Quite possibly. So I don't want to put my pipe out or anything and get the other guy, to get the auto drive guy to start making his way towards me, because he'll just make his way towards where I was, not towards where I am. What's one thing you would change of the game? That's a good question, that is, you know, JP. That is a very good question. I might have to give that a few minutes of thinking, really. I mean, I'm generally, as a rule, I'm quite easily pleased, you know. I haven't really had too many problems with the game since the game was released. Maybe I'm fortunate in that respect. I can't explain why, but you know, when the game first came out, there was a lot of complaints on the internet. A lot of people saying this is broken, this doesn't work, and I sat here relatively fine without any problems, you know. And so, I mean, there's a couple of very tiny, minor graphical details that I'd very much like Giants to iron out, and that's ghosting, which I do experience now and again mainly when I'm making cinematics and stuff, but maybe improve the graphical quality, the optimization of the graphical quality perhaps. But generally, as a rule, I'm really quite happy with it. I really am. I love it. You change the AI traffic. I like the fact that the AI traffic overtake each other, and us as players, if we're in a slow-moving vehicle, they'll overtake us. I really quite like that. It is still a bit. I think I know what you mean, Ham. There's a level of idiotness about them still, though, isn't there? They're not. It could do with being a little bit cleverer. Right, we're at 95% here now, so I think we will. Let's carve ourselves a bit of a point here. Let's stick our pipe out in the hope that auto drive will do its thing and not let us down. There we go. We do have a very long pipe on this combine as well, so I need to be mindful of that. So let's just pull in there, turn off that header, stick out the pipe. Yes, I have seen a good few traffic jams. I'm with you there as well. Come on, auto drive. Don't let me down. There we go. First time. They all drive like they're drunk. They do in France on Palanier. They're an absolute nightmare. Proper crazy drivers they are, and they're constantly just beeping their horn. See, this is auto drive doing its thing now. Avoiding the crop. Finding its route around the field in the route that I've already been and harvested. Do you like me tractor and trailer combo? Colour coded. So I've colour coded the trailer to suit the Fendt Classic Green that 926 is painted in. Juan Flores, hello there. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us. Hope all's good, man. Hope all's good. So, yeah. Auto drive doing its thing. It's now just slowed down a bit because there's a little bit of a corner to navigate around there, but so far so good. I just hope I've not made any amendments to the pipe offset, so I'm hoping he's just going to beeline straight for it. There we are. So what have we got in here? Just under 19,800 litres. This might. I can't remember the capacity of our trailer, actually. Where's our trailer? Oh, 37.5. No, we're not going to fill that at all, are we? Right, come on. Line yourself up. That's better. Yeah, there's the plane, RC. Yeah, it is a biplane. There we go. Oh, first time. First time. Brilliant. Dead chuff with that. Thank you, Auto Drive, for not letting me down. You should reverse out the way as well. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, do give the video a like if you can, if you haven't already. If you're in the chat or just sitting there watching, please do give that like button a hit, because it helps the algorithm do its thing. Suggests it to other people who are farming simulator minded. Right, come on, you need to reverse. You're not going to reverse, are you? Why aren't you reversing? Okay. Don't jinx your auto drive, yeah. No, he's done alright there. He's done alright. Let me just square that up there nicely so I don't miss any bits. That'll do. Nice. Successful auto unload. I know what usually happens. Yes, I know. I'm surprised it hasn't... well, I've only been drilling and so far in this video, but I'm surprised more mishaps haven't happened today as a result of my me being 2 minutes late to the stream because I was trying to sort all this thing out. Like I said before, I was properly organised. Yesterday I'd got everything done, planned, but then obviously I had a discussion with DJ and he sent me over the latest copy of the map, and that meant swapping loads of my save game data over, and then the train didn't work, so I was sorting that out, and the quick fix was for me to remove my placeables and vehicles XML and restart a new save game, and so I had to buy everything back in hurriedly at the last minute and set everything back up again. So that's why there's no animals on my farms. That's why yeah, that's why I was a bit flustered at the beginning. I'd love to see a bit more old iron or antique equipment in game. Got spoilt from 19 to 22. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, Ham. There was some great modders, and they're still out there as well. Tired Iron Modding is a modder who's still modding for FARMERSIM 25. Check him out. He makes some great old school mods. There are a few as well that I can't think of off the top of my head. Yeah. When I do play on Palania, I do have the feeling the traffic was programmed more aggressive than another. They do, yeah, they do drive like the French do. They drive crazy. They really do. Remember when that one fella went to go and have a pint at the pub on the other live? I don't remember that one, Ron. What happened there, mate? Someone went to go and have a pint at the pub on a live stream. Brilliant. Right. Don't knock the road sign over. There we go. Thank you. There we are. That wasn't a farming simulator live stream, I'm assuming, Ron. Or did he do it with CoursePlay and Auto Drive? Is that what you're saying? Did someone set up CoursePlay and Auto Drive to do the whole live stream and then go and have a pint? Because that's mega. If that worked, did it work well, flawlessly? Did it do its thing properly? I need to see that. That's the thing. I mean, I've used CoursePlay and Auto Drive for years, and I mean, you can do it. You can do that with CoursePlay and Auto Drive. If you've got the courses and your routes set up properly, you can do that, because it's always been said that CoursePlay and Auto Drive will always work perfectly. If there's any problems, it's down to the human being who set it all up. Ordinarily, as a rule, CoursePlay and Auto Drive work faultlessly all the time. So if a vehicle gets stuck on a lamppost or a tree or can't turn around properly, that's because of how you've set the course up, not because the tractor's wrong. You've got to set the course up, or the courses up, to the equipment that you're using. So I think it was my lorry driver just disappeared. He went for a pint. That lorry driver, the one over there with the seed auger, yeah. But you think there's been a few that have done that on live streams? That's pretty awesome if they have, though. Just let CoursePlay and Auto Drive do the thing and go and have yourself a pint. Brilliant. So yeah, I do hope you're all this has whetted your appetite for the map. It's hopefully, like you've heard from DJ there, it shouldn't be too long. There is going to be some you know, quality testing and stuff to do now that when patch 1.9 comes out, just to make sure that the patch doesn't break anything, because we had that when I started my Iowa cattle. That was a bloody nightmare. That was when I released my new series Iowa cattle, and we announced that we were going to release the save file for everyone to download off the Discord. That came at the same time as patch 1.8, and patch 1.8 broke mod maps. So you jump into the map and your floor would be invisible, and that was to do with the terrain shader. Any map that had custom terrain on it, essentially, needed the terrain shader.xml file to be updated. So there were, you know, loads and loads of people jumped onto the Discord to download the save. It was really popular. We gained hundreds and hundreds of new Discord members as a result of that, and YouTube subscribers. But it seemed that we were inundated with hundreds and hundreds of questions as why has the map got invisible floors? How do I fix it? And when we ended up having to pin posts there to say, right, this is the procedure to follow. It was a dead simple fix, but the timing of the patch compared to the timing of the release of our save game, of my save game there, it was an absolute nightmare. We couldn't have asked for worse timing. You probably need to fire that auto drive driver if you did go to the pub and doesn't bring me a pint back. Good point, Ham. Yeah. It's all very well going to the pub, but at least bring something back. That's right. Absolutely. But yeah, couldn't have asked for worse timing with that one. So yeah, DJ's doing the right thing in waiting for patch 1.9 to come out so he can jump into the map, make sure everything's working as it should do, and then he can release it when he's happy with it. So hopefully not too long, ladies and gentlemen. I know that there are a lot of people excited for this one, and it's with good reason, quite frankly. With good reason. It's absolutely gorgeous. So much room for activities, so much room. That was a nightmare. I had to make a full graphic to show how to fix that issue. Reet pain, yes. You see, there we go. I've not been paying attention. Pipe out, 100% full. Now, is he going to turn around, or is he going to come straight across the... Is he going to go as making... Oh, he's going to turn around. Is he going to hit the lamppost? No. Good on you, so far. You've got two maps that you're having shader issues with currently. Seen a video on how to fix it. Tried that and still a no-go. What's the shader issue you're having, Ham? Tyson, the map's not out yet, mate. It's it'll be out soon, hopefully. Yeah, what's the shader issue you're having, Ham? Let me know. Mate, hey up, DJ. Don't you worry, mate. You're very welcome. I'm as I said before, I'm extremely humbled. I'm massively grateful and thankful to you for allowing me to get a copy of it in its current guise, beta 5 as it were. And we all know you're working very hard, ladies and gentlemen. If you're asking about the map when it will be out soon. Like DJ said before, he's got to wait for patch 1.9 to come out and make sure that the map runs fine on patch 1.9. There we go, look at that. And you can see through the ground, Ham. Right, it is a really easy fix because it's the same issue that we had with patch 1.8. So go into your base game files. I can't remember exactly. I'm trying to think where it's. I can't remember exactly where it is in the base game files, but wherever. If you're playing on Steam, it'll be with Steam apps, Common, FARMERSIM 25, and in the base game files there will be a file called terrainshader.xml. You want to copy that terrainshader.xml and put it into the map zip file of the map that you're currently having a problem with. Make sure that you unzip the map first. Now, forgive me, I don't know either way if you know how to do this or not, so I'm not trying to be rude or condescending or anything. But make sure you unzip your map, copy the terrainshader.xml file from the base game into your map, and overwrite the one that's in the map, and then rezip the map file back up, and then you should be good to go. That's literally the fix that you need to do, mate. Yes, there is, Ray. It's patch 1.8 coming out 1.9, sorry, coming out soon. There you go. There's my auto drive network working to a charm there. It's just pulled itself out onto the main road, and I need to make sure that you're at top speed. Yep, you are. There you go. Nice. Just watching me play the map makes me want to play it so badly. Well, hopefully not too long, mate. Like you've just heard, DJ is on with it. This is his main focus, as it were, getting this map done. He's put so much time and effort into making it, though. The last thing he wants to do is rush the last few minutes, the last few days or week or so of its before release. So he's doing the right thing. Make sure it works with patch 1.9. Make sure everything's tickety-boo with that. Cheers, Welsh. There you go. Program files, farming simulator data, shaders. That's where the terrainshader.xml exists, and you want to put that file, copy it, don't cut it, copy it from there, and put it and zip it into your the map that you're having issues with. It happened to a lot of maps. You weren't on your own. We were running on Monteith, Iowa, and we had that problem there. Yeah, check out the Discord, Ham. There's a whole pinned. There's even a link to another YouTube video, another content creator's YouTube video, showing you how to physically do it. So you can't go wrong, mate. You really can't. And it's a pinned comment in the FARMERSIM 25 section, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, fingers crossed you get it sorted, mate, because it was a pain in the neck, and it made my heart shudder for a few minutes because I'd only just started my Iowa series, so I came to start recording like the second episode, and my map was broken, and I was like, oh god. I thought that the series had kind of come to an end before it had properly got started, but thankfully no, it was a dead simple fix. Yeah, Monteith, yeah. That was one of your maps as well, is it, mate? Well, we all had the same problem, buddy. We all had the same problem. I tell you what, though, let me just jump back and check how many... Oh, you've tipped fine. There we go. So now, if I go and have a look here... What do you mean the silo's empty? Where's me barley gone? Right, I'm going to have to go into my productions here and just see. Right, owned. Of course, that can only take corn. So where's my barley gone? Oh dear. Do you know what? That's my fault. I just assumed that that was my silo. It's still taken the barley from the tractor. But it's gone. Oh well. Well, we're testing this, what can I say? At least auto drive works. It's delivered it. It's magically made it disappear as well. Brilliant. Where's my barley gone? I know. It's vanished. Hey-ho. Actually drive a trailer under it. Well, will I be able to load it back into the trailer, DJ? Is that what you're suggesting? I think I might do that. We'll wait for auto. Right, in fact, we'll do it. Let's just bring you to a stop. Right. No, I don't want courseplay. There you go. Right. Let's. It's not shown in the production menu, but it's still there, is it? That's cool. Assumption is the mother of all. What's the word? You know exactly what that word is. Yeah, let's go and very quickly test that out. But under the fill trigger, you can check. Right, that makes sense, DJ. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But I figured we'll go and check that out now. That is one of the purposes of this video, is to have a bit of a test of a few things, so we can put that to the test. So even though it doesn't display as being there, the chances are we'll be able to. Well, we took one trailer in, so we'll take one trailer out, and job's a good one. Very glad you jumped in there and told us that, though, DJ. Appreciate that, mate. Let's go and check it out. That's why you split the grain silo with the corn dryer. Right, okay, got you. Okay. Right, so that's the corn dryer. That's the silo. Start filling. There we are. Still got no barley there. Where's my barley gone? Or has that gone in the corn? There it is. Right. So the barley... Right, the barley's in the corn dryer. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, because it got tipped into the first grate. So if I tip this into the second grate... Dump barley there. Dump barley there. That should be... That's better. Yeah, it's because it registered the first tip grate, didn't it? So I could the way around that for me is just to change the direction in which the auto drive course comes in. So, or make 2 tip points. But there it's registering now. 37,500 litres of barley in Valley Bluff grain silo. That's awesome. There we go. Right, well, there we go. And I know we haven't finished off the harvest, but I wanted to run for about 2 hours because it is back to normal tomorrow. Mrs. FS has got to get up early for work. There we go. I reckon we're going to call it there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll fix that before. No, well, I don't know if it does. It need fixing. I don't know. It's working as it should do. To be fair, it was my auto drive course that tipped into the grain dryer first. But you will update that production to not to... Ah, got you, mate. Got you. Okie dokie. Nice one. Nice one. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. I'm going to call it there, I believe, roughly, for the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on the Monday evening. Thank you to DJ Modding for giving me the opportunity to enjoy this map ahead of release. It's an absolute work of art. It's gorgeous. I love a 4X map. I've been a massive fan of your work now for a long time, way back into FARMERSIM 22. I sunk so much time into Green Valley, Nebraska. So yeah, mate, thank you so much for the opportunity to showcase it again. But yeah, awesome, absolutely love it. It really is brilliant. So not long, hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, before this is out. Like I said, give DJ a little bit of time just to make sure everything's hunky-dory with patch 1.9. And then you should probably start to see it in your mod folders shortly after that. He will be releasing it on his itch.io page. So check that one out. Check out his Facebook as well, and his other socials, and his YouTube as well. So, but yeah, thank you all so much for joining me on your Monday night. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said before, if any of you are in the market for purchasing anything, use my Giants Partner promo code if you can, because that would be awesome. Really appreciate it. Right, guys. So, thanks again for your time. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, everyone.